Kendall Jenner aims to discuss pregnancy in upcoming episode of The Kardashians. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kendall Jenner has always been known for keeping her life a little more private than her famous sisters, but in a recent preview for an upcoming episode of The Kardashians, she decided to share something that had everyone talking. Sitting in front of the camera in a calm, lighthearted moment, Kendall answered a question that many fans have been curious about for a long time: pregnancy. As soon as the scene begins, Kendall is seen wearing a soft yellow boatneck top. Her face appears calm, but her eyes reveal a bit of amusement. A producer off-camera asks her directly, "So, the big question is, how is the pregnancy going?" At first, Kendall takes a breath and looks like she's searching for the right words. Then, she smiles and gives the answer no one saw coming. Yes, she's expecting, but it's not what people think. Kendall is about to welcome a new life, but it's not a baby in the traditional sense. It's actually a baby horse. That's right, her beloved mare, Dylan, is expecting a foal, and Kendall couldn't be more thrilled. This moment goes all the way back to season 2 of The Kardashians, when Kendall first shared with fans that her horse Dylan was pregnant. She found out the exciting news while she was getting ready for the 2022 Met Gala. It was a surprising twist, and fans loved seeing this personal side of Kendall's life that's rarely shown on television. Kendall explained that the pregnancy was made possible through surrogacy, a common process in the horse breeding world. She went on to add with a laugh that the foal's father is really attractive, and even joked that he's an Olympic-level stallion. Her enthusiasm for the process and her horses shows just how connected she is to them and how deeply involved she is in horse breeding. Even though this baby isn't a human child, Kendall's love and excitement about it are clear. While many people expected the pregnancy talk to be about her starting a family of her own, she reminded everyone that she's still very young and not in a rush to have kids. In her words and actions, she made it clear that she is happy right now, focusing on her career, her animals, and her own goals. Kendall, who is 27 years old, has talked before about how her family, especially her mom, Kris Jenner, has put pressure on her to think about motherhood. During the final season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kendall had a conversation with Kris about being the only one of her siblings without children. At the time, she admitted that she sometimes feels the pressure, but she's not in a hurry. She's aware of where she stands in her life and knows what she wants. That pressure didn't come out of nowhere. Every one of Kendall's siblings, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, Rob, and Kylie, has become a parent. Even though Kendall is younger than some of them, fans and family alike have wondered when she might become a mom. After all, in a family where babies seem to arrive every couple of years, it's only natural that people are curious. But Kendall is walking her own path. She's not rushing to follow anyone's timeline. And if there's one thing she's proven over and over again, it's that she's comfortable making her own choices, even if they look different from the rest of her famous family. That independence has made her more relatable to many of her fans, especially those in her generation. Kendall may be rich, successful, and part of one of the most famous families in the world, but in this one area, taking her time with parenthood, many people see themselves in her. She's focused on her passions, her career, and her personal life, and she's not in a rush to check every box just because others have done so. Of course, that doesn't mean she hasn't thought about having children one day. She has spoken openly about wanting kids at some point, but for now, she's more than happy being a devoted horse owner, building her brand, and enjoying life at her own pace. And her love for animals is not just a hobby, it's something serious and important to her. Kendall has been involved in horseback riding since she was a child. She's grown up with horses, trained with them, competed, and even built her own breeding program. She's not just someone who visits a stable once in a while, she's deeply involved in the equestrian world. Her horse Dylan, who is now expecting a foal, is part of that journey. Kendall sees her horses as part of her family. Watching one of them become pregnant and knowing that a baby horse is on the way brings her real joy and pride. It also gives fans a new glimpse into a side of Kendall that isn't usually shown on social media or on red carpets. That's one of the reasons this pregnancy announcement, though unexpected, resonated with so many people. It wasn't just about a baby. It was about passion, love, and choosing your own version of motherhood, even if it looks different from everyone else's. During the show, Kendall's quiet excitement is obvious. She doesn't try to make the moment dramatic. She doesn't exaggerate anything. Instead, she simply shares her truth in her calm and confident way. That's always been one of Kendall's trademarks. Unlike many in her family, she often stays away from big dramatic headlines. She prefers a more low-key approach, letting her actions speak louder than her words. This moment with the horse pregnancy is just another example of that. She took a question that many people were waiting for her to answer and flipped it in the most Kendall way possible, by keeping it real, showing her love for animals, and reminding everyone that her journey doesn't have to match anyone else's. Even though the news wasn't what fans expected, it still managed to go viral, because it was authentic, heartfelt, and totally on brand for Kendall. She knows how to keep people interested without giving into pressure or trying to fit into a certain box. That ability to stay true to herself while still being part of one of the most famous families in the world is a big reason why so many people admire her. Kendall also continues to prove that she's more than just a supermodel. She's a businesswoman, a horse breeder, and someone who values emotional connection over flashy moments. Her brand, 818 Tequila, is another example of how she carefully builds her public life around things she genuinely cares about. Just like with her horses, she puts in the work, thinks long-term, and does things her own way. It's easy to get caught up in rumors when you're a Kardashian Jenner, and Kendall has faced more than her share, especially about pregnancy. Over the years, anytime she's worn a loose shirt or taken a break from posting, fans start guessing. But Kendall has always been clear. She'll start that part of her life when she's ready, not when others expect her to. Recently, some of the rumors picked up again, especially during her relationship with singer Bad Bunny. People began to wonder again whether Kendall was planning to settle down, get married, or have kids. But as always, Kendall kept things quiet and private. And when she finally did speak out, she made sure it was on her own terms, with humor, honesty, and a surprise twist. This playful and open moment on the Kardashians adds another layer to who Kendall is. She may not be the loudest person in the family, but she has a way of capturing attention without trying too hard. Her love for her horses, her steady approach to life, and her strong sense of independence make her stand out in a world that's often focused on speed and spectacle. So while the world waits to see what Kendall will do next, whether that's motherhood, a new business venture, or another surprise, she seems happy just where she is. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.